for considering us. Okay, so there you go. More succinct than we're trying to blabber it out. There you go. So this is reported by spectrum.ieee.org. And I don't know what the hell that website is, but okay. We're going to roll with it. How facial recognition technology is helping identify the U.S. Capitol attackers. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. The FBI is still trying to identify some of the hundreds of people who have launched a deadly attack on the U.S. Congress last week. Quote, we have deployed our full investigative resources and are working closely with our federal, state, and local partners to aggressively pursue those involved in criminal activity during the events of January 6th, reads a page that contains images of dozens of unknown individuals, including one suspected of planting several bombs around Washington, D.C. But while the public is being urged to put names to faces, America's law enforcement agencies already have access to technologies that could do much of the heavy lifting. Yes, they do. Quote, we have over 3 billion photos that we indexed from the public internet, like Google for faces. Hoen Ton That, CEO of facial recognition startup Clearview AI, told Spectrum. Right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Ton That said that Clearview's customers, including the FBI, were using it to help identify the perpetrators. Quote, use our system, and in about a second, it might point to someone's Instagram page. Yeah, is that cool? Are you guys okay with the FBI? Just instead of having to go through search warrants and these sorts of things and actual investigations, they just subscribe to a service and then just put a little couple keystrokes and throw a picture up, and then bingo, we got the guy. We got our perp right here. You guys okay with that? Is that fine? Is that totally cool? Is that part of the inside or outside of the Fourth Amendment reasonable search and seizure type stuff? Is that reasonable search? Interesting. Anyways, this continues. Clearview has attracted criticism because it relies on images scraped from social media sites without their or their users' permission. Oh, it gets even more conspiratorial. Quote, the Capitol images are very good quality for automatic face recognition, agreed a senior face recognition expert at one of America's largest law enforcement agencies, who asked not to be named because they were talking to Spectrum without the permission of their superiors. Oh, I wonder why. Why do you think? Right, so the investigators go out, they kind of do their investigating. They don't have to actually abide by any type of actual, laws, let's say. You can just like sign up to this dirty scraping website that has everybody's facial image burned into it already, and just kind of, hey, we got our guy. Check this out. We found him. What do you know? Like, we are fantastic investigators, right? Right? Yeah, no. All right. So face recognition technology is commonplace in 2021, the article says. But the smartphone that recognizes your face in lieu of a passcode is solving a much simpler problem than trying to ID a masked intruder from a snatched webcam frame. Yeah, right. So facial recognition just to open your phone, right? That's they put that into not only Androids now, but Apple. I think they were the ones who pioneered it. So not only Facebook and Google and now Apple and everybody has everybody's face on these from these social media scrapers or whatever's going on here. But you got to ask yourself, right? Is this kosher? Is this cool? Are we okay with this? This is again the type of conversation that needs to be had, and nobody's having it, right? Look, articles like this are kind of celebrating it. It's not really talking about, oh well, it's dangerous and we should be really concerned that law enforcement is able to dodge Fourth Amendment protections of citizens just by logging on to some database they paid $12 a month for or whatever, right? Like, and then they're like, hey, we got him. Here's our man. Here's our guy. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, how does this make you feel? Is this something that instead of, I don't know, Nancy Pelosi, instead of like running a bunch of time trying to destroy the Orange Man on his way out of office, running a quick impeachment, maybe these are the types of things you should be talking about. Mitch McConnell, all the rest of them assholes. You know, like, now this is the thing too. Now just to point this out, and I want to be very clear about this. Remember, so we talk about these things because we think they're important, and more important than the garbage that they're trying to tell us is important on the lefty-righty media, right? So, given all of this, how come it took 9 months to shit out a measly $600 at the speed of government, and now we're going to shit out an impeachment in 5 days. It's about political will, is it not? And again, this is what I'm saying. The conversations that are happening are not by accident. All of this is planned. This is conspiracy. This is not government. What would you call it? Government. The speed of government, or just people being incompetent. No, like this is all planned. This is all exactly as they want it to be. Let's see what happens. I'm just curious to see what happens if they hustle and make this work. We're the rest of us, instead of talking about the things that are important, they're making things happen that they deem are important, right? For political whatever. So anyway, just want to point that out. I can't stress this enough that it is conspiracy for sure, 100%.